The moment Elise slips out of the store, I dissect our interaction. I don't know what to make of her presence in a place like this. Nothing in her dossier pointed to an interest in the paranormal. Yet, given her reaction to the scrawny man who touched her, and the way she kept a deliberate distance between us, I'm positive the witches found the right person. But what was she doing here? Has she embraced her gift? Does she think other types of magic are at her fingertips, waiting to be discovered? When the lead shepherd talked me into rejoining their team, when they talked me into taking one last case, I thought I'd find the grieving girl from the file. I was wrong. Elise isn't the same girl she was before, smiling and aloof. But there's a spark in her I didn't expect. A fire in her ocean eyes. And she's getting away. I move silently through the shop and slip behind the counter where the owners are bundling dried herbs. It would be easier if I could corner each of them alone, but I'm strong enough to handle 2 humans at once. The paler one notices me first. "You can't be back here." His tone is kind but unapologetic. "Oh, I'm sorry." A flutter of guilt moves where my heart does not, but I ignore it. I grab each man's forearm and stare into their eyes, waiting for the moment their minds belong to me. When I feel the familiar pressure in my head, I hold tight to the sensation. "Do you know that girl?" I keep my voice low so I don't alarm the mortals shopping in the aisles. "Not well. She's come in a few times." "If she ever visits again, call me immediately." I make the men memorize my number. "What is she trying to do?" "She's been asking about chakras and how to close them. She asked me about curses." "Is there anything else?" Impatience tightens my grip. The longer I delay, the harder it'll be to track Elise. The men shake their heads, so I release them. The compulsion will settle into the back of their minds, only activating if Elise steps into the shop. If she doesn't, these men will never feel my influence again. Outside, the bright afternoon sun assaults my senses, weakening my muscles and blurring my vision. A dull ache blossoms at the back of my skull. With a groan, I slide my sunglasses onto my face. The witches on our research team developed special lenses that block the worst of the sun's effects. But this pair is getting old. I haven't worked a daylight shift in ages, so I didn't realize their effects had faded. There's no time to get a replacement pair, so I turn left and stalk through the busy streets. At first, I'm surprised by the amount of traffic on a Monday afternoon. But then I pass a bookshop with a large Labor Day sale banner in the window. It explains the crowd, but that doesn't help with the growing headache or the pressure throbbing along my gums. I mentally flip off the blazing sun and consider telling Wynne to give this assignment to someone else. But then I remember Wynne's final argument. "You know what this girl means to the Vale, Claire. If you succeed, Taiaferro and Giebo will owe you for a change." Wynne made it seem simple, but shepherding is never easy. Not everyone takes well to the rules of our world, and unlike the men in the shop, I won't be able to compel Elise. Her gift makes her immune to paranormal manipulations. But that's not even the worst part of this case. Infiltrating her world means going back to high school. I'd rather die. Again. Ahead, I finally spot Elise, her blonde braids swinging in a gentle arc across her back. She slips through the crowd, careful not to brush into anyone. Splotches of sweat speckle her thin gray cardigan, yet she keeps the sleeves pulled all the way to her fingers.